So like, I've always envisioned being with one person for the rest of my life. Like I don't see nothing else. Call it whatever you want. I'm not the baby mama type. I'm not just having any. But that's a lot that a woman has to go through. Her body changes just to be a baby mama. I'm not doing that.
Do what it do. It's the kid. Cyrus is great. Real niggas relate. You know what it is. Keep back. You know. Blessings to you. You know what I'm saying. Straight Shooter Podcast. You know how I do it. You know I gotta. You know, if you come to the Straight Shooter Podcast, you know you're gonna have a special guest. You know what I'm saying. You know, go ahead. Talk to people. Tell them who you is.
Hey, I'm Jaymilla, aka Jaymilla Sean, and I am a hairstylist here in Atlanta. Born and raised on the south side, Clayton County.
For sure.
WC, Clayco.
I know you Clayco.
Yes.
Okay. That's where I reside. That's what's up. Jay's definitely a dope person. Worked together a couple years back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Back in, you know, about the TPs, you know, about, you know, TP restaurant, Twin Peaks, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I brought her on because, you know, like she still said, got a hair business. And, you know, I love the business owners, the hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Especially the women, you know, you always got to see what that and showcase that we get a, you know, a chance to go tell people about your business, how long you been doing your hair thing for real.
I've been doing hair since, I learned how to braid when I was 6. Mm-hmm. My mom taught me how to braid when I was 6, so I always knew I wanted to be a cosmetologist since then. Mm-hmm. I started cosmetology school after graduating college. Let me speak up a little bit. After graduating college, after COVID, I started working at Twin Peaks so I could make money to pay off my tuition. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I've been here with my license since 2021.
Alright, so what got you into like the love for it? You said 6, so you've been doing people hair for a long time. Like you get real fired if you've been doing it at an early age.
So my mom was in cosmetology school when I was growing up, so that's what made me gravitate towards it. Mm-hmm. And when she taught me how to braid, I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I didn't have really no backup. What I did, I said if I didn't do hair, I would have been a chef.
Chef.
Yes, I took culinary in high school. It's not that I don't like to cook. I don't mind cooking. It's just the prep time. So I don't think I could like cook for other people. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's an art. So like, I think that's why I kind of gravitated towards culinary too, because cosmetology and culinary, they're both arts. So, but.
We think you can start making money from it though, like. Who got you into like believing I can make this into a business? And that's the biggest thing. People turn hobbies and things that they can do because obviously you love it. So that's pretty cool.
And I feel like it was never a hobby. Like I always knew like this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't do no sports in school, nothing. When I was in college, I was in a modeling organization and I thought I wanted to model. Like I could still do it. Like people would ask me like, you don't model, or they would tell me like you should be a model. So I thought I had told my mom, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do hair no more. I think I just want to model.
How long was you modeling?
I would just take pictures. I would just take pictures.
Word.
But yeah. Somebody was like, yeah, you can do both, but a lot of people say jack of all trades, but they never say the ending part, jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, like master of none.
Yeah.
That's fast. Take a minute to get to that, point of wanting to like turn like, I don't even say hobby no more, you said not hobby. So like what was the process? How to get started of like becoming a business owner and getting your product out there and networking and getting like that clientele and like how fast did that process really start? I mean, working at Twin Peaks for real, like, you know, that's business in there. Like I remember a girl used to work there and she got a lot of clients in Twin Peaks and now she like doing like summer walker hair and shit like that.
Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
I don't know her personally, but I know a couple of girls that went to her. I don't want to say like you have to be a people person, but I know a lot of people who aren't people, like they're not a people person, but like they still have a business, which is weird. A lot of people want to learn how to relate to you, for one. Like if you provide a good service or like products, whatever it is, but people also want to know you, who you are, and like your values and stuff like that. So
okay, because you are a quiet person, so you know
I'm very quiet.
I be wondering like how you get that, how you got that business up and get to the prospect point and get the clients. But you did say like having a good service and building relationships with people you work
like
with.
once I know somebody, like, or I'm getting to know somebody, like I open up. I think my thing, it will always be like the initial, like, because I'm a little cringy sometimes. Like if I don't know somebody, sometimes I won't speak. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, just part of, you know, getting out there, because I used to be like, well, I ain't gonna say I used to be like that.
It's kind of like code switching, because like I know some people, like I say, who are in this business or just in a business to where they have to, okay, so like my second job, serving, I have to code switch because in order to make my money, I have to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm an introverted person, but like a lot of introverts know how to be extroverts, but like that's not their thing. Like at some point I want to be by myself. You see what I'm saying? So
you gotta turn it on, turn it off. But bring it to the nightlife, you know, for real. Like how do you, well, swing it back. You went to Savannah State.
I did.
So like to talk about like
State.
the difference between like, you know, in that atmosphere, the college atmosphere, and then now you in the city. In the night, you know, the night atmosphere in Atlanta, like what's the difference? Like have you had many adjustments because you're not really out there, but you gotta be kind of out there if you like being in the city a lot. So it's like a difference, or like adjust to it.
Okay, how you trying to make this correlation between college and Atlanta?
Well, just tell me about like how Savannah life was first.
Savannah was
like
cool.
College.
They're definitely stuck in like the 2000s. Anybody who from Savannah who sees this, don't kill me. But honestly, just being from Atlanta and like being in Savannah, it's a completely different atmosphere. There, Atlanta, we're fast. Like Savannah is a place where like somebody will retire and live. Like
born out there.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't. Or you can like raise like your kids if you want to out there. It's just a completely different atmosphere. Like they still have like baggy clothes, and it's completely different. It's slow. Like so as soon as I graduated, like I had people like, "Oh, you staying in Savannah?" The day after my graduation, I was gone. I'm from Atlanta. Like this, I can't be in this. It's too slow.
Yeah, a lot of people do get, like you said, they can fall in love with the atmosphere, the slow life, I guess. Like you said, family life and shit like that. They want to stay and shit. I never understood it. So.
Like Savannah is like cool to visit.
But it's HBCU, you ain't party like that, turn up.
Oh, definitely. But it's different. Okay, like school life was different, like than just being out in Savannah. Cause like I'm around people who look like me every single day. Like I love going to a HBCU, and there's a lot of a debacle about HBCUs, and like with a lot of people who go to PWIs, it's like, oh, so you get some of the same education, you know, and I feel like being a black person who went to HBCU, I feel like, and this is my opinion, a lot of black people probably feel the same, I feel like HBCUs nurture you to be ready for the real world, whereas like you may go to a PWI or something like that, and to your professor, you just a number. Your professor don't know your name. They don't care about none of the interests that you have, or like they don't care if you pass their class or not. Like they're not interested in you. And I feel like when somebody takes an interest in you and who you are and your well-being, I feel like it sets you up better.
That's probably because you know I ain't get to go to HBCU, but I did like business. But it was always about the parties and shit. A lot of people be like shitting on the educational part of it.
Like, okay, you
So
know how
I
they
kinda
say
like-
like work hard, play hard. Like, don't. A lot of the HBCU students work hard. Okay, like them classes was not easy. I feel like people compare HBCUs and PWIs and they just automatically assume that PWI's education is better. Yes, they get more funding because a lot of PWIs, I'm pretty sure damn near all of them are private. So they get government funding. Whereas there's only a handful of HBCUs who are private and government funded. Whereas like Savannah State, we're a public institution. So our tuition wasn't out the yin yang. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody could really come there. Like I think your GPA had to be like a 2.5. But I also feel like GPA doesn't define the person.
So what you think about like prom time, like him, how he had Jackson State turned up, and then you know how he went to Colorado, and you see how the black people like when he's not, you know, he's selling out. But then I look at proms, you know, example of it. I mean, side of it, like you know, he did so much for the HBCUs. Like he even pulled money out of his pocket to fund certain things, but they didn't have that kind of funding, and you know they don't see the financial part of it, all things he did. So that's why he's going to like what he would say is a better opportunity for him to grow what he do. But a lot of black people look at it like you could be doing that. Yeah, so what you think about that type of dynamic?
It's only so much that one person can do. Like I completely understand it from an aspect of like you went to HBCU, you turned it up, or like you know you got a lot of recognition and stuff like that. I get both sides, cause I do feel some type of way. Like it's rare that you find like basketball players, football players in this age that come from HBCU.
Yeah.
Like back then it was hella football players, basketball players that came from HBCUs with these white people. They be like it's literally like
true.
It's crazy to me. Like they see the potential or like what
try to crush it.
What black people can bring to like their sport. Oh, let me bring you to my school. And a lot of black people will go to these schools because they're in a better situation, which is understandable. And they're thinking about their future, you know. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, go back to like we was talking about earlier, like they do still a lot. Like it's in everything though. Like you go to music. I don't want to say it's such a bad thing, but it is kind of true. And it's really a black thing because we don't really be understanding our own work. We kind of like jump to like what the white people got going on. Because even like Martin Luther King times, like we was like we want to go to y'all restaurants and shit. But when Malcolm X was preaching, it was like we got our own shit to keep in, you know, our own communities to keep building as opposed to losing money.
But even when that happened, like Tulsa, they bombed the whole city.
And not even that. It was like more than cities, and that's like 300.
No, like, but I'm saying like that's just a prime example.
Yeah,
I just think
when we did have our own.
You like I said earlier, like when we get together and we thrive, that's a threat to white people. That's the biggest threat ever. Like that's why they don't want us to know who we are, where we come from, nothing. Like what we was talking about earlier, like how a lot of black people don't read. They put a lot of stuff in books. And if we would just take the time to read, like we would have knowledge is power when you put it to use though. You can't just like read something and just, you know, at that the knowledge is not doing anything if you keep it to yourself.
That's what I be saying, like I can't blame white people too much in 2024 because
I blame them. Like, I told you I blame them for everything.
But you know, I'm just saying we gotta start being accountable for the things we
but
can't control.
No, understandable. But a lot of things were indoctrinated in us, and you teach stuff from generations, not knowingly thinking like, oh, this came from slavery, but like when you start to dive into it, that's where it comes from. Like you can only, not only, but 9 times out of 10, you can only teach what you've been taught.
Yeah.
So that's how generational curses come into play, and just like with white people, they teach their kids generational wealth because it's what they've been taught.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? And then
as a whole, we don't teach that.
Yeah.
There are some black people that teach, but as a whole, we don't. It's not even a conversation for real. Like even this conversation we having, it's like not a conversation that we talk about as far as like we need to teach our kids certain things growing up. I even look at my life growing up. I knew about certain things and being an entrepreneur and building your own brand and not working for the white man type shit because my dad instilled that into me. I don't think a lot of people just be having that instilled, so that's why I be figuring like when do we like teach ourselves?
Once again, like if you're not taught something, you're gonna have to go out there and find it yourself. You see what I'm saying? But like 9 times out of 10 when you're not taught something, you don't do it. And like now, like our generation, we're trying to break generational curses because we see how some things aren't getting us anywhere. Mm-hmm. Or like we see a cycle repeating, and like who wants to keep passing that down?
I be figuring out how we don't. I feel like a lot of us don't even give a fuck for real. They just so crashed out.
That's the problem.
It's just so crashed out. It's crazy. Like we such in battle, in competition with ourselves. We know we seeing like we are the most like you said. I don't know if y'all know about the Jim Crow like letter, because that's what she basically talking about, like how this shit go to slavery. Like dude came over here and he's like, bro, y'all implemented this shit to the slaves, but they couldn't control us at first. He's like, this shit gonna last 300, 400 years, and we in 400 years of it now. So like that whole dynamic crazy for real. But to a lighter note, you know, we talk about switch it up. You like relationships?
Yeah.
What do you like about relationships? What makes you because you know we're in a different time period now. Some people like the single life more so than a relationship. You know?
I feel single life. I feel like single life is best to like get to know yourself, like finding yourself and what you like and what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, just like knowing who you truly are. So there are perks to being single, a lot of perks to being single. I mean, but everybody wants somebody to love. So like, you know, I'm cool. Like I want to be married. I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents were married. They're still married.
That's great.
They're not nowadays. I mean, like they're still married, but they're not together. They're legally married, but my parents haven't been together for a long time. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I grew up in a 2-parent household. So like, I've always envisioned being with one person for the rest of my life. Like I don't see nothing else. Call it whatever you want. I'm not the baby mama type. I'm not just having but that's a lot that a woman has to go through. Her body changes just to be a baby mama. I'm not doing that. I mean, no offense to nobody who's a baby mama, or you know what I'm saying, but it's just that's a lot to go through with a man that you potentially not even gonna be with for the rest of your life. And you know, some people some men will still marry a woman like that, but the person I have a child by, that's gonna be the person that I marry.
The percentages go down. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Not the baby. That's why I'm 29. I don't have a kid. I have a dog.
Yeah, me too. That's my kid.
Like, it takes 2 to make a kid, and it takes 2 to raise a child. Yeah, I
don't get that dynamic now. Like,
a lot of women will settle with having somebody's baby than being married. Yeah. Y'all are sick in the head.
Yeah, I couldn't even that's why it's kind of like I salute people who do like grow up in single parent households, because I can't really imagine it like the other dynamics that not having both parents in that you be facing. It's different. I think that's why a lot of people be coming up with the values that they have, or the way they carry themselves or act, or the things they go through. A lot of that.
Okay, but don't get me wrong. Like, just because you may have had a you say if you was raising, I don't know if you were raising a single parent.
No, I have both my parents.
Okay, but growing up in a single parent home, there are, I don't want to say pros and cons, but you do have some attributes that some people may not have, but then you also may lack something. I was talking to a guy, and I don't think that his parents weren't in the same house as him, but him and his dad don't have the best relationship. Mm-hmm. So when I met him, I thought he was older than not older than me, but you know, older than what he was, whatever. Like as we got to know each other, like I realized he didn't have a good relationship with his father, and that wasn't really a red flag to me, simply because like me and my mom have a relationship, but we're not the closest. You know what I'm saying? Like we go back and forth. Like my dad is like my favorite parent. Like that's my guy. I talked to my dad about any and everything. So like when he was like he didn't have a good relationship with his father, it really didn't. You know, because that essentially doesn't mean anything. Like it could mean something, but like cause we were talking, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be like the best father. You know what I'm saying? When I do have kids, so like that does.
No, I feel
you
that.
know. But I also feel like some men who are raised in a single parent household with a woman, like there's certain things that a woman cannot teach you that only a man can teach you.
Yeah, facts.
And sometimes a lot of men, when they look for women, they look for women who are like their mothers. And same thing with women, but like they want women to be a traditional woman. They want them to cook, clean, do all this stuff. You don't even know how to change your tire. you asking a woman to do all this stuff for you, and yet what are you bringing to the table? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
So like there's like, you know, pros and cons. I mean, like I said, I can't speak on much. I can only like speak on what I've seen. But like growing up in a 2-parent household, that's essentially why I want to be married.
I feel like that helps because, like I've dated girls who I know didn't have their fathers in their lives, and it's like it's just an energy difference. That's the only thing I can really say. It's like the energy difference.
Sometimes they're aggressive, like real aggressive, and like their mom taught them like you got to be this independent woman, like you don't need no man. It's that and the third. It's cool to be an independent woman, but I need me a man. Like I still want to be like, you know, as like they've been saying now, like I want to be soft, I want to be feminine, I want to, you know, like be submissive. Like I don't want to be aggressive all the time. That shit is a lot of work.
I can see
just to be like mean and like no man like wants to battle masculine energy in his woman. Like, but the thing is, as a person, we both have masculine and feminine energies. Like, when we're with, you know, the person that we're with, we want to, you know, indulge in our, like, I want to indulge in my feminine energy, and I want whoever I'm with to be, you know, masculine. Like, be a man. Don't, like, be a real man. So.
And I think that's, you can go deep and deep about that shit, but no, that's real talk. So what is your, like, love language?
My love language, my top one is words of affirmation. Reassurance for sure. Just because I've seen where people's feelings can change overnight. Like some people, I've been in situations where like I just feel like people's feelings change, and I need you to reassure me. But because I have the book, The 5 Love Languages, and in the book it talks about how a lot of people love the way they want to be loved, and they never really learn their partner's love language because they automatically assume like, this what I would do, this what I would want somebody to do for me, so I'm gonna do it for you. And sometimes that's where relationships fall short, because you're not loving the person the way they want to be loved. You're loving them how you want to be loved.
That's right.
And but words of affirmation is my top. I think probably quality time. Gift giving. I love gifts. What's the other? Cause it's 5. It's words of affirmation. Acts of service. Acts of service is more so like, oh yeah, I wash your car for you type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I think those are like my top.
So those aren't even
physical touch. You gotta be like the person that I like for real to just be touching me, because I really don't.
Even if that's your man?
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a requirement though. Like, if you, I don't think that's the one that's like on the bottom of my list. Cause like, yeah.
Really?
Like, you can touch me, but it's not like, oh, if you don't touch me, I feel like you don't like me no more. No. It's more so if you don't tell me something, like reassurance. If you don't tell me something, I feel like you don't like me for real. Like,
so if he's showing you everything, you probably just don't be like saying it all the time.
See, no,
I see it with action.
I feel like words and actions go hand in hand. Like, if you say that you feel something, like if you feel this way about me, I need you to show it. I feel like that goes hand in hand. Like, if you love me, okay, what do you love about? Do something to show that. Like, buy me my favorite flowers, or do something for me that you know that I would like.
You sound real traditional. You don't really sound like what they say traditional modern day. Like,
I feel like I'm like in the middle.
Do you believe that's a real thing?
What?
Traditional women, modern day women, or traditional values, modern day values?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you gotta think traditional is something that's been passed down. It's tradition. It's been passed down. No, it's coming into the age where like we're incorporating new things. But I feel like I'm in the middle for the most part.
I feel that. Cause that's what I'm saying about like, I do like a woman that knows how to cook, sure. Like,
okay, but what if she don't know? Okay, what if she don't know how to cook? But because I've heard that from men, like some women don't know how to cook, but if she likes you, she's gonna be willing to learn to do that for you.
I could work with that, I guess.
Like, my relationship in college, I was dating this guy, and I would cook and he would clean. Like, not saying I'm not no cleanly person. If I just cook, I'm not cleaning. It's like it's a give and take when you're in a relationship. Like, these are the things that I know I can do for you, and I need to know the things that you know that you do for me.
So what's your like red flags? Give me your like top 3 red flags.
Top 3 red flags.
Cause you did tell me earlier you be seeing pink, you see red.
Sometimes it don't be.
That shit funny as hell.
I'm sorry. Sometimes the top 3 red flags.
Yeah, because I can be red flags.
A liar.
For sure. Yeah.
A liar. Like, and about the simple, like something so simple. I had this guy when I first started working at 404. He was trying to talk to me, and I wasn't digging it anyway. But I was just like, do you have kids? And he was like, no.
He was like, kids.
I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I go on his Instagram. Okay, he lied about a couple of things. I said, what do you do? Because like, I'm interested in like, what do you do for work? He was like, oh, I'm a creative director. All right. Looked at his Instagram, nigga, you dance for TikTok.
That's that make a fancy name for that.
And then I kept scrolling. And I seen a son. I said,
wow.
So he had messaged me like the next day, and I was like, so you just gonna lie to my face like that? And he was like, what did I lie to you about? So you said you didn't have kids. I said, you said you didn't have a kid. He was like, you asked me kids, plural. Wow. But yes, I have a...
Come on, man. Why would you... Come on, dog. Tripping, bro.
Yeah, a liar. Top red flag. Second red flag. Not... How can I say? Not being intentional. Because I just feel like I'm at the age where...
A minute?
I feel like I'm at the age where, like, I need to know your intentions, because I don't want to have my time wasted. And I feel like a lot of men, with a woman who looks good, it's more so lust than anything. So, like, they may see a girl on Instagram or whatever and be like, oh, I want her, I want to do this for her, this and the third. And then, like, you start doing a little bit of stuff, and then, like, shit like that die off. You ain't like me for real. You was fetishizing over me through my pictures. So, yeah.
Did you get that kind of confirmation like early, or like how you gonna know what a man?
I feel like if a man,
from a woman's perspective,
if a man wants you, he's going to show you that he wants you. like doing stuff that you like to do, like or just like little things, like what's the address to your job, or like just finding the address to your job if they know where you work, sending you flowers unexpectedly, like just doing stuff to be like, I want you to know that you have my attention.
You be watching these like YouTube shows, like dating shows? You know, you up paying to like the bubble pops. You be seeing that?
I think I seen like the ones where like they're behind a veil and you can't see, like all you see is their body or their outfit. I seen that, but for the most part, stuff like that, I feel like it be a lot of black people. Y'all making us look bad. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like the one, it's this this OnlyFans content creator named Gucci Third Leg.
Gucci Third Leg.
Yes, and the girl. The girl was letting him finger her on camera. Where's your decorum? Like,
on camera, that's crazy.
And then the most recent one, the one that they said looked like a Ninja Turtle, he the plumber.
I was gonna ask you about that. What you think about that? Cause I feel him.
He has some internal issues that he needs to go see a therapist about. And I'm not even trying to be funny because rejection, being a man being able to take rejection, I feel like makes him just that more attractive. Because just because a woman, you might not be her type. I'm not everybody's type. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you just can't, bash the woman like, oh well, I ain't even like your shoes like that. Nigga, you was all up on me before I said I didn't like you. And I feel like a lot of black men don't know how to take rejection either. Like, even like when girls walk into the gas station, you be like, nah, I'm good. Well, fuck you then, bitch. Damn, like.
That's wild. You don't think they was coming at him a little bit hard? Cause I watched it. I feel you. He did have some comeback for something. But all right, just imagine.
He could have been like, all right,
somebody
that's
judging
cool.
you from the jump. Like they said some little shit that I kind of heard like, hey, you got to say that.
But even the one girl who was
kinda
super,
triggered.
super, super sweet, he was like, yeah, she just really ain't my type anyway. All right.
Yeah, he didn't have to. I feel it. As a man, I guess you really can't, But some girls can get away with that shit. I ain't gonna lie. They be saying some slick shit. And you just gotta,
I think it just depends. Like, if I'm not physically attracted to you, I'm gonna say that. Be like, yeah, you're just not my type. Like, I'm not attracted to you. Simple as that.
Yeah,
and if you can't take,
that's cool.
That's
cool.
If you can't take that simple answer and be like, all right, cool, but you wanna blow up over it, all right, now I'm finna start going in on your ass for real because you're not finna talk to me like that. So
I feel it. So
he was the walking red flag. He need to go see a therapist. Hey
man.
He probably was bullied growing up too, cause like you see, he got all this muscle, so he probably was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get these muscles, I'm gonna look good, and women gonna flock to me. You're ugly on the inside and the outside. But like even if a person isn't as attractive as everybody else in the world, or like compared to other people, like if their spirit and their heart is pure, like people will gravitate towards that.
That's right.
Like if you ugly on the inside, it's gonna come out regardless. And he was ugly on the inside. He needed to go to church and to a therapist.
But yeah, them shows kind of like triggering to everybody.
I don't think they triggering to everybody because like people are obviously entertaining it. It's just
somebody say the wrong thing. They don't like. Like I mean, you could. I mean, I like your dress, but your dress ain't really like that.
Stop making black people look bad. All
They be
these
going
shows
in.
be making us look so bad. And
Like we don't like each other. That's what I don't like.
That,
Because we
and
always
it's
going
just
in.
like these white people be like, see, this is the type of shit we be talking about.
Yeah, you can't defend nigga shit.
But like people know it's like this type of shit sells. Like black people, we love drama. We love shit. That, if it ain't got nothing to do with us, we flock to it. Like us personally, not like as a culture, but like me as a person. you know what I'm saying? If I like a little rowdy stuff, like I don't watch baddies. I don't watch none of that because I feel like it make black women look bad. I don't watch the Housewives of Atlanta. I probably haven't even seen a full season. I probably like seen a couple episodes.
I used to watch back in the day.
I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop a long time ago. Like stuff like that, I just feel like it made black people look bad, and that's not that type of energy that I, want to partake in.
That's all they show.
No offense to anybody who does it. That's just me. Yeah. And I don't think I'm better than nobody just because I don't watch it. It's just like that's just not for me.
It's better you don't.
It's not for me.
Last year, it's better you don't. But it's the last one. All right, so I remember just doing my homework. I'd be watching people's stories, so I'd be like, you talk a little bit sometimes in your stories. You kind of funny. You had your little like rants. I don't call them rants. It's just like you be
I
like.
just be talking.
Yeah.
I be having to catch myself sometimes because I feel like I be complaining. I feel like
saying how you feel.
Yeah,
I don't look at it like that. You just speaking, talking your shit.
Yeah.
But so. Yeah, I said you like directness and all that shit. So I remember one story like, cause this is like a real thing. I seen it on most people's shit, so I had to ask. Like the liking of the pictures, the liking of the story. Like when guys do that, why women say you should do more, but I know why niggas don't do more. So like, what do you think? Like like just explain that dynamic. Like what you mean by that? Cause a lot of girls say that.
First of all, I gotta like think you attractive for me to be like, oh yeah, do more. Cause some dudes do a lot. Like if I don't respond to nothing.
So what they be doing for real? I don't really know what niggas do. Like you send like other than just going direct in DMs for real. Like what can they do outside of that? Like I don't be thinking that because other niggas do. But yeah, I'm sure niggas do a lot of shit.
But I feel like some guys are just as delusional as women can be sometimes. Cause I had this. Okay, so you know how Instagram is connected to Facebook, and I'm rarely on Facebook. So this one guy, he had been messaging me for a year. A year. Not like every week or something like that. Maybe like a couple of months, but like for a year or so. And he had messaged me, and I'm on Facebook. Like I said, I'm really on every one I do. I check my messages. He was like, "Oh yeah, like you should fuck with me. I'm a vibe. I'm this. I'm that." I haven't responded to none of your messages whatsoever.
How many you sent?
If I didn't respond to none of your messages, take the hints. I shouldn't have to be like, oh yeah, I'm not interested. I feel like at some point you're gonna be like, yeah, she really not fucking with me for real. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. For me, that irritates me because what's not clicking, Steven? Like if I respond, like I feel like a guy would know if I'm attracted to him because I respond. Like I don't want to say that because I do have like guy friends that'll say something, and of course I respond back to them because they're my friends for real. But like. Some guys I'm just not interested in. It be niggas in my DMs men in my DMs that be having kids and stuff like that. I do not date men with kids. I don't like men with kids.
Oh, really? I didn't know I thought women like niggas with kids.
No, I do not. I was talking to somebody about that earlier this week, and they was like, it's rare that you gonna find a man that ain't got no kids. Okay, shit, but me. I mean, like he said, it's rare that you will find a man who doesn't have kids, and I'm just like, that's cool, but for me, at the point I'm in my life, I want to build with one person. I can't do the extra baggage. I don't even call it baggage.
It is though. You just gotta be real about it.
I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with you and your baby mama.
I don't want to deal with your baby daddy.
I don't want to deal with that. And like, it'll have to be, if I was to accept a man that has kids or has a child, we'll say that kids, most of us a little stretch, but like a child, it'll have to be like, I would need to know like what you got going on as far as like, are you taking care of your child? Like, how is the relationship between you and your baby mama? Are y'all cordial? Are y'all always bickering, going back and forth? Like, what y'all got going on?
Really, and then, never know.
Yeah, and then men will lie and be like, oh yeah, no, I hate that bitch and be fucking her tomorrow. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, and the way a man, if he's not with his baby mother, the way he treats her will tell me a lot. Like, even if y'all not together, I feel like you should try to find some type of common ground and be like, look, we have a child together. We don't have to be together, but for the sake of our child, and it has to be a mutual agreement though. Because a girl could be like, okay, for the sake of our child, and be mad because he got a girlfriend next week. Or you know what I'm saying?
Is that the nitty real too?
I just don't deal. I don't deal with men with kids. I don't want a man with no kids. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's tough. What to tell you after that?
It's the most hated, least celebrated, most player hated, still too fucking jaded, running out of patience, hard having faith about your art to these niggas when you know you still ain't made it. Bills not on hiatus, not the white man's favorite. All they giving niggas is bullets and cases, taking daddies from babies like faces turn fragrant. Generational curses copied and pasted, yeah. Nightmares, I can't erase it. I can't get out my head all the times they forsake me. Tryna live for God, but I let the devil bait me. Soul feel scarred, best flow by far. Getting trapped in these bars, nigga. And they ain't got a wish, cause I'm a star, nigga. And don't think I don't know who the flawed niggas. Cat niggas who just run off with the sad nigga. I'm a raw nigga, you are what you are, nigga. Dick riding niggas, hanging on the back of niggas. And I seen you niggas, facts. Goofy niggas, Kenan and Kellen and all that. Fuck them, had to duck them and get on the right path. Picky with bitches, looking for one with the right ass. Niggas be flexing, I check them cause they ass. Still ain't felt my wrath in this bitch. I get mad in this bitch. How you act like I ain't Michael Bad when I spit? A nigga in the city who can see me, Lil Stevie's, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Crazy nigga need riddling, rhyming like I'm the Riddler. I'm your girlfriend, fill up, yeah. And I seen the hate fill up. How you hate a nigga who just trying to get his shit up? They trying to down me cause my chin up. I've been plotting to work his girl guts like some sit-ups. Hustle said it's only a matter of time for they fill us. Forever I love my city, nigga, like I feel like. Bitches know I'm too fly. Vibing, we go too high. Pills and liquor, I'm too high. Jekyll and Hyde, I got two sides, little nigga. But I don't play two sides, no, I'm a rider. Check my ambitions, ain't a nigga who can top it. You still doubting the great one, you need to stop it. The prophecy's been made, nigga, it's time to profit. Time to profit, nigga, it's time to profit.